Hey listeners, welcome to the first episode of In Between Classes, the podcast inspired about the nonsensical topics we talk about in between classes. Today my guests, first off, I'm the host, Zach. Today our guests are...
I'm Amos Finger. I'm a college student here at Kirkwood, and I'm excited to see what we have to talk about today.
What's up? It's your boy. I'm Zach Bradley, and I'm excited to be here in between classes.
It's Caitlin Allen. I am here because I just thought it would be fun.
Oh, it'll be fun indeed. So, my favorite guests. I'm running off of, no sleep. So, of course, I wasn't paying attention in class today in human bio, and I'm thinking to myself, as, they're carefully demonstrating how, diseases work, I'm thinking, there's some pretty useless animals out there. and I was like, this would be a pretty decent starter topic, because everyone's got a different opinion on the most worthless animal. So I'll just start off. I'm going to say giraffes. I don't like giraffes. Well, giraffes or birds. That's my two contenders. And I'll let you take that from there.
I would like to say that birds are not useless. They actually are very, very important to our ecosystem. And they clear out rodents, they eat bugs and different things like that. They actually take seeds from one place to another. If birds were to disappear, the ecosystem would be drastically affected. Giraffes are cool. I think the most worthless animal is a wasp, because they don't pollinate, they don't do anything, they just sting you, and they're jerks, and I don't like them.
Okay. On the topic of bugs, I'm gonna say all of them are bad.
Yes.
The only thing I like giraffes for is the YouTube videos where they're smacking each other with their necks. That's the only thing I like about giraffes.
They're fighting.
Yeah, but it looks cool.
I'm going to say something that's probably going to be really controversial to people who like cats. So with the people that are, inventing all these things to help your home life be better, like rat poisoning.
Okay.
I feel like that now renders the everyday household feline is useless. Because now they just sleep and eat your food, and you pay for that food.
So you're making a stance that we need cats? Or there's no point for them now that we have products?
It's sad, but I don't think there's a point for them now.
We could recreate cats.
I love my cats.
Are you talking about, genetically, just making them look like...
Well, what if we combined just, random household items?
Oh, my God.
into a cat? Because, like rat killer, from my experience with cats, they just kind of sleep and do nothing.
Well, yeah, that's what...
I'm not a cat person.
My cats have never hunted any type of animal. They have stayed inside their entire lives, and the only time that cats were used for hunting, or are still used for hunting rodents, are on farms and in barns. And while that is still very predominant in Iowa, I think it still is important to have cats because they're cuddly and they're sweet and they give kisses.
I think snakes are pretty useless.
Ooh.
I think snakes are cool, but...
We're all you hit a breakthrough. Snakes.
They're cool, but they're pretty useless because they hunt rodents, but so do the birds. So it's just what do they do that's so special?
It's for the birds. Snakes are for the birds.
I can't remember the exact animal's name, but there is a rodent that actually eats king cobras. So, there are animals that eat snakes, and they're also important to the ecosystem. I still stand by wasps. Wasps are the only animals that the ecosystem could live without.
I'm trying to think, yeah, they don't really do. Wasps kind of look neat. Yeah, I guess they got that going. You don't think so?
There are some that sting you, and then your skin starts to dissolve around it.
That sounds kind of cool, though.
It's cool.
It's I can't even... Okay.
I suppose we could, in the future, utilize those wasps that sting you and your skin rots away to, fight wars?
No!
Jeez, maybe.
That's like a bioweapon.
Our mad scientist over here, you're seeing the potential in dissolving stings.
Not actually using the wasp, but using their venom, put that venom in the enemy's food or water supplies.
What?
Why don't we just make a catapult that launches snakes at people? Because then it'll be weaponized.
They'd be angry when they landed, so
That's right.
all they'd know to do is bite the first thing they see near.
Didn't they actually do something like that in
don't
medieval
know.
times?
I don't know.
They would
I
throw
doubt it.
rotten meat.
Oh yeah, like
And-
plague victims.
Yeah, they'd throw rotten meat and like plague victims into like the other people's battlefield to like try to get them sick.
Why
And
don't we
It's
fight our
stuff.
wars like that
Dancing around
anymore?
the same subject. Why don't we fight our wars like that?
It's inhumane.
Sword
Well,
duel.
Well, I suppose we could, but there's not any like walls to catapult over, so it would just kind of look weird. Like imagine you're entering a battlefield and they got like M1 Abram tanks rolling up, and they just like catapult snakes at them. Like I appreciate the creativity, but it's not the same.
All
We
is
need
fair
they
in
need
love
some-
and war,
including snakes.
including snakes.
But we can't love them because they're worthless.
They're not worthless.
What do snakes do that no other animal does?
Okay, that is a point, but
So they're worthless.
they're not worthless. They have a very important part in our ecosystem biologically. Other than the snakes that have invaded Florida, usually snakes are pretty important to the ecosystem, especially like desert ecosystems, rainforest ecosystems, things like that. And there is also a snake, I think it's called a white-lipped python, that is super freaking cool.
That's a sweet name.
Yeah, snakes can be cool, but they're useless.
I'm gonna take a stance. Snakes have probably the coolest names. Diamondback rattlesnake, king cobra,
Yeah, that-
copperhead.
Did you
Right?
know?
I think in movies they've been utilized to like become like insignia on like Green
Yep.
Beret. Like that's what people like to use them for.
Did you know that if a snake has the word king in front of its name, that means that it eats other snakes?
That's why?
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just call it cannibal cobra?
Because that doesn't sound as cool.
I think
You
it
could
sounds
call it
even
the double
cooler.
C.
Isn't there just one king?
Wait,
like King Cobra? Isn't that the only snake that has the king?
No, I think there's more.
Yeah, I can't think of another one.
I still like the Diamondback. That's so cool.
Diamondback's
Black
a-
Mamba.
That's probably because I
the
have.
most
it.
Runs in
poisonous.
Kill Bill.
Yep, Black Mamba.
Black Mamba.
Well, every person in Kill Bill had a snake name, right?
Mm-hmm. Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth, Black Mamba, can't say that.
Mamba. I think someone was named Diamondback.
I still haven't seen the movie.
Diamondback.
You haven't seen Kill Bill?
What?
Oh my gosh,
I-
that's like the era movie.
I think I saw. Well, no, I didn't.
It's on
I haven't seen-
Netflix.
Yeah,
Oh,
now
it
it's
is?
on. Yeah, now it's on
Yeah.
Oh,
Netflix.
shit.
It's really good. That's where I first saw it. It was on Netflix.
I know. I wanted
It's
to. See
amazing.
It. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I guess.
Do you guys remember like maybe 10 years ago now when like that, actually this might have been longer than that, where like a snake, I can't remember what kind, got stuck on like an airplane wheel that flew to Hawaii, and then it just like bred like crazy, and they just like wiped out like, I don't know, like the rabbit population or something.
I
What?
think I remember reading about
You
that.
know, it was like, I really
I
wish I
talking
could.
about snakes on a plane.
No, that was, get it right. It was a plane. It was a plane from Hawaii on snakes on a plane. Come on.
Okay.
You don't know the plot? Just snakes on a plane?
This
It's
is what it was
basic plot.
inspired by.
Yeah,
Is it? I mean, it's.
I don't
valid.
know. I've
could
never.
have been.
Anyway, so they pretty much brought the snakes over to.
Well, it was an accident. Like a
Oh.
snake like slithered onto an airplane,
Okay.
and then it landed in Hawaii, and it just like nearly extinct this one like small mammal. I want to say it was like some kind of mouse or something, but it's like almost extinct now because this snake just bred like crazy, and now they're everywhere, and they just eat them like nuts.
Did you know that a certain type of cougar has just gone extinct?
I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Why would a cougar want to go? That's not a worthless
Cougar
animal.
slash puma slash mountain lion, they're all the exact same animal.
House cats are worthless.
Yes.
Big
Oh my
cats
God.
are
Big
cool.
cats.
Wild
yeah,
cats are good and do good things, and
Yeah.
I love them.
Did you
They're
hear
just
about that
cool.
lion that killed all those poachers and then left their heads?
Yeah.
That was
I thought it was
awesome.
just one guy.
Crazy.
But yeah, no,
I heard
like,
it was
dude,
a woman.
You kind of had
That's
that coming.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's you guys ever hear about the I think it's called Ghost in the Shadow?
Ghost in the Shell?
No. It's a movie that was based on a true story about two lions that hunted. This was back like in like 17 or like 1800s where they're trying to build a railroad through Africa.
Rip.
And these two lions just kept killing people, and they wouldn't eat them. So like these guys were like, these are not lions, these are demons.
Because a normal animal would kill.
Because
to-
they
to
would
cook
come into the
themselves.
camp at night, drag them out, and just kill them and leave them. And so
Nice.
and it killed like a third of their workforce
Nice.
until the guy eventually shot him.
Aw.
I'd make a movie about that'd be sweet.
Well, here's
Man.
the thing. I think that the guy he kind of redeems it. He's like, these are some crazy lions. I gotta do something crazy with them. He turned them into rugs in his house. He's like, these lions ate my workers. Could you imagine that as like a conversation starter?
So why do
doing,
you
like, a
have
house
this real
tour.
lion
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
rug
by
on
the
your
way.
house? These
yeah.
guys ate my workers, so I killed them.
So now they're my rug. I guess lions really like to show off what they. Maybe that's a trait with house cats. House cats, don't they like drag dead animals in your house?
That's to show that their owner that they love them.
Oh, is
It's
it?
a gesture because they think you're a sucky hunter, so they bring. They do, and so what they'll do is they'll kill something, or they think they'll kill something, and it's like a gesture to you to say, "Here, you suck at hunting. Let me give you food, so you
Well,
don't die."
My cat just drags my socks out of my room and I pick them up. So,
I don't know what that is.
Maybe your socks have the scent of a dead animal. Maybe that's a hint to something.
I mean, they have been on my feet all day, so there you go.
Jeez.
Are your feet a dead animal?
They probably smell like it. Probably
Well,
look like it too.
guys, we're over our limit.
By how much?
I hope to our listeners this was a very enlightening conversation. So this would be episode 1, and I hope to see our listeners next time. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Like,